If you're a gentleman over 60, let me ask you something. Have you ever wondered why certain days you feel stronger, more confident, maybe even a little more youthful, and other days, things just don't work quite the way they used to? Perhaps you've noticed changes in your strength, down there, or maybe you've had a few moments where your confidence faltered in the bedroom. Well, you're not alone. In fact, I want to talk to you today about a topic that's far more important than most men realize, and one that, believe it or not, can be helped by making some delicious changes in your diet. We're talking about how eating the right cheeses after 60 can help strengthen your pelvic muscles and improve erections. Now, before you think I'm just going to hand you a grocery list and send you on your way, let me share a story that might sound familiar. Not too long ago, I met a gentleman named Mr. Sharma. He's 68, retired, and always prided himself on being active, walking every day, enjoying a bit of gardening, never missing his morning tea. But over the past year, he started noticing some changes. His energy was dipping, his confidence in the bedroom wasn't quite what it used to be, and he was even experiencing a bit of discomfort when he sat for too long. Embarrassed, he brushed it off as just part of aging. But his wife, who cares for him dearly, encouraged him to see a doctor, someone who specializes in men's health. That's where I came in. For those who don't know me, I'm Dr. Robert Jansen, and I've spent more than 30 years helping men over 60 live stronger, healthier, more vibrant lives. I know how important it is for men to feel confident and energetic at any age, and I also know how common it is to struggle with pelvic weakness or erection issues, especially as we get older. But here's the good news. With a few smart changes, you can absolutely regain strength and vitality, even after 60. So, why does this matter so much? Well, the pelvic muscles are like a secret support system for men. They help control everything from your bladder and bowels to your performance and stamina. When those muscles get weak, you might notice leaking when you cough or laugh, a drop in bedroom performance, or even back pain. But when those muscles are strong, everything improves. Your posture, your confidence, and yes, even your erections. Now, here's where it gets interesting, and even a little bit tasty. Research has shown that certain nutrients are vital for maintaining strong pelvic muscles and good blood flow. And some of the best sources for these nutrients? They're found in specific types of cheese. Yes, you heard me right. Cheese isn't just delicious, it can be part of a smart, senior-friendly plan for men's health. Before you run to the fridge, let's talk about why cheese can help. Many cheeses are rich in protein, calcium, and vitamins like B12 and D, all important for keeping muscles strong and nerves firing properly. Plus, the right cheeses have other minerals that help your body produce testosterone and keep your blood vessels open, which is crucial for good erections. This isn't just about food, it's about reclaiming your sense of control and enjoyment in life. Imagine feeling stronger when you stand up from your chair, being able to walk without discomfort, or even enjoying intimacy again with a renewed sense of confidence. That's what I want for you, and that's what happened to Mr. Sharma after he made a few simple changes, including adding 3 special cheeses to his daily routine. But before we dive into the which cheeses, I want to pause for a second and connect with you. If you're finding this topic helpful already, I'd love it if you could click that like button. It really helps more men find this important information. And if you want to keep getting real, practical health tips from me, Dr. Robert Jansen, make sure to subscribe and tap the bell icon so you never miss an update. I also read every single comment. If what I'm saying so far resonates with you, if you've ever felt frustrated or unsure about your pelvic health, type a yes in the comments below. And if not, type a number. Your answers really do help me shape future videos, because my goal is to support you with the advice that matters most. Back to Mr. Sharma. When he first visited my clinic, he was hesitant. He was worried there was nothing he could do, that maybe his best years were behind him. But I reassured him. The body is resilient, and even after 60, you can build back strength. We started with a few simple lifestyle changes. More walking, a few easy exercises, and, most surprising to him, a shift in his diet. I gave him a plan that included 3 very specific cheeses, each chosen for a unique set of nutrients that benefit men's health. At first, he was skeptical. After all, cheese has a reputation for being heavy or unhealthy, especially if you've ever worried about cholesterol. But here's the truth. The right cheeses, in the right amounts, can actually protect your heart, support your muscles, and improve your energy, if you know what to look for. So, you might be wondering, what is it about these particular cheeses that makes them so special for men over 60? The answer comes down to a few powerful nutrients. First, high-quality protein. As we age, our muscles naturally lose some of their strength, but protein helps us maintain muscle mass, including those all-important pelvic muscles. Second, calcium and vitamin D, which work together to keep bones and muscles strong. And third, certain cheeses are high in vitamin B12, which supports healthy nerves and energy production. When you bring all these together, you create the perfect recipe for better pelvic health and, yes, firmer erections. Let's not forget, good pelvic muscle health isn't just about bedroom confidence. It's also about staying independent, avoiding embarrassing leaks, and enjoying the activities you love without discomfort. I've seen firsthand how men who pay attention to their nutrition can feel younger, stronger, and more in control of their bodies. Remember, this is about quality of life. It's about waking up each morning and knowing you have the strength and confidence to face the day. It's about those moments, big and small, that make life after 60 so rich and rewarding. Mr. Sharma is just one example, but I've worked with thousands of men over the years who have turned things around with a few simple changes. And that's why I'm sharing this message with you today. So, if you're ready to take the first step toward better strength, more confidence, and improved health, keep listening. There's so much more to discover about these remarkable cheeses and how they can help you live your best life after 60. When Mr. Sharma started making those small changes, he was a little hesitant. Like many men, he'd spent a lifetime hearing mixed messages about food, what's good for you, what's bad, and whether enjoying something creamy and flavorful like cheese could possibly fit into a healthy plan after 60. But as I reassured him, and as I'll reassure you, it's not about denying yourself the foods you love. It's about choosing the right kinds, in the right amounts, for the right reasons. And as it turns out, there are 3 cheeses in particular that stand out when it comes to men's health after 60. The first of these is a cheese many people have enjoyed since childhood, cottage cheese. It may not sound glamorous, but cottage cheese is a powerhouse for men in their golden years. Why? Because it's naturally low in fat, high in protein, and gentle on the digestive system, making it perfect for those who may be watching their cholesterol or blood pressure. More importantly, the protein in cottage cheese is rich in an amino acid called leucine, which plays a big role in keeping your muscles strong and preventing the natural muscle loss that happens as we age. Remember, your pelvic floor is made up of muscles too, and the stronger those muscles are, the more support and control you'll have, not just when you're standing and moving, but also when it comes to your confidence and performance in intimate moments. For Mr. Sharma, adding a small bowl of cottage cheese with his lunch became a daily habit. He found it surprisingly satisfying, and within just a few weeks, he noticed a difference. Not only did he feel fuller and more energetic throughout the day, but he also had fewer aches and pains when getting out of his favorite chair. His wife even commented that he seemed to be moving with more confidence, and his mood improved as well. Let's talk about the second cheese on my list, one that's a little more flavorful but just as important, Parmesan. Real, aged Parmesan is more than just a topping for pasta. It's packed with highly concentrated nutrients, including protein, calcium, and vitamin B12. That last one is especially vital for men over 60, as B12 helps keep your nerves healthy and supports energy production, both essential for maintaining strength where it matters most. Parmesan is also naturally lower in lactose, which means it's gentle on the stomach and unlikely to cause digestive trouble, even for those who thought they had to say goodbye to cheese. Just a sprinkle over steamed vegetables or a salad can add a burst of flavor and a serious boost for your pelvic health. The truth is, so many men come to me worried about energy or embarrassed about changes in the bedroom. What I tell them, and what I want to tell you, is that little steps add up. When you support your body with the right nutrients, it's like giving yourself a second wind. Mr. Sharma quickly learned that, and so have many others. The best part? Parmesan feels like a treat, not a chore. Now, the third cheese I recommend is one you might not expect, Swiss cheese. Swiss cheese is rich in calcium and phosphorus, both of which are critical for keeping not only your bones but also your pelvic muscles strong and functional. It's also an excellent source of vitamin D, which helps your body actually use that calcium to rebuild and maintain strength. Swiss cheese has the added benefit of being lower in sodium than many other types of cheese, which is an important consideration for men watching their blood pressure. I remember Mr. Sharma telling me, "Doctor, I never thought eating cheese could help me feel younger, but I actually feel steadier on my feet." And that's exactly what the science tells us. Strong pelvic muscles support not only your private health but also your balance, your mobility, and your confidence. It's about living fully and independently, not shying away from life because you're worried about a little slip or a sudden urge. So, let's recap the cheeses. Cottage cheese for its high-quality protein and muscle-building power, Parmesan for its concentrated nutrients and B12, and Swiss for its bone and muscle support without piling on the salt. The key here isn't to overdo it. Moderation is always important, especially with dairy. But a daily serving of one or a combination of these cheeses, enjoyed as part of a balanced diet, can make a real difference in how you feel and how you move. If you're thinking this sounds almost too good to be true, you're not alone. Most of the men I see in my practice are skeptical at first. But seeing results, feeling more energy, better control, and greater confidence, is what convinces them to stick with these changes. Cheese, when chosen wisely, is not just a treat from your youth, it can be a tool for your vitality. And let me remind you, if this message is helping, if you're enjoying the gentle guidance and practical tips, take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. I want to keep bringing you advice that makes life after 60 not just easier, but richer and more enjoyable. And don't forget to tap that bell icon so you never miss an update from me, Dr. Robert Jansen. If you've ever thought about trying new foods for your health or have your own cheese favorites, let me know in the comments. Just type yes if you're ready to give these a try, or no if you're still on the fence. I read every comment and your feedback truly does help me create better, more relevant advice just for you. Back to our story, Mr. Sharma found that by making cheese a regular part of his meals, he started noticing more than just a physical change. He told me, "Doctor, I feel like I've gotten a little piece of myself back." His confidence returned. He felt less anxious about unexpected leaks, and intimacy with his wife became less stressful and more enjoyable. These little moments, these simple changes, can mean everything as we get older. It's not magic, and it's not just about what you eat. But combining smart nutrition with gentle movement and a positive mindset, you can absolutely build a foundation for better pelvic health and a stronger, more vibrant life after 60. And as I always tell my patients, it's never too late to start caring for yourself. Every step, no matter how small, is a step toward more freedom, more confidence, and more joy in the years ahead. Over the following months, as Mr. Sharma incorporated these 3 cheeses into his regular routine, something wonderful began to happen, not just physically, but emotionally, too. He told me he started looking forward to his meals, feeling a sense of purpose and even a bit of excitement about taking charge of his health. It wasn't about overhauling everything overnight. It was about enjoying a serving of cottage cheese with fresh fruit in the morning, a sprinkle of Parmesan over his favorite vegetables at lunch, and a slice or 2 of Swiss with his afternoon tea. These small, consistent changes worked together, supporting his pelvic muscles, but they also brought a renewed pleasure to his day. You see, when you give your body what it truly needs, the benefits don't just show up in the mirror or on a doctor's chart. They appear in your energy, your confidence, and your outlook. Mr. Sharma wasn't just feeling steadier on his feet. He was walking taller, carrying himself with that quiet pride that only comes when you know you're doing something good for yourself. And his wife noticed, too. She confided in me that he seemed more relaxed and even more affectionate. Their evenings, which had sometimes been clouded by worry or disappointment, began to feel lighthearted and connected again. This is something I see often in my practice. When men take simple, positive actions for their health, the ripple effects touch every part of their lives. Sometimes it starts with something as straightforward as changing what's on your plate. But that spark, when you feel stronger, more in control, and yes, more confident, spreads to how you interact with family, how you move through your day, and even how you feel about the future. Let's talk a bit more about why these changes work, because I know many of you watching might be wondering, is it really that simple? While there's no one-size-fits-all answer in health, we do know that certain nutrients are especially important for maintaining muscle strength, nerve health, and good circulation as we age. The protein in cottage cheese helps repair and rebuild muscle fibers, essential for pelvic strength. The calcium and vitamin D in Swiss cheese ensure your muscles and bones stay resilient. And the vitamin B12 in Parmesan helps your nerves carry signals efficiently, which is a hidden but crucial part of healthy erections and pelvic control. But perhaps even more important is the way these foods fit into a larger pattern of self-care. I always encourage my patients to see every meal as a chance to do something positive for their bodies. And for men over 60, that doesn't mean giving up flavor or tradition. In fact, foods like cheese can become a way to reconnect with pleasure and routine, something that too often gets lost in the rush of daily life, or when we feel discouraged by changes in our health. I want to pause here for a moment and talk directly to you. If you're finding value in this conversation, if any part of this story reminds you of your own journey, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Your support means more than you might think. And if this message speaks to you, leave a yes or no in the comments below. I read every response, and your feedback helps me, Dr. Robert Jansen, continue bringing you real, helpful advice tailored to your needs. There's another layer to this story that's worth highlighting, and that's the emotional aspect of pelvic health. Many men, including Mr. Sharma, carry a quiet worry about losing their independence or feeling less manly as the years go by. Sometimes the hardest part is admitting that things have changed, and then asking for help. That's why I always remind my patients, needing support doesn't mean you failed. It means you care about your life and the people who love you. When you take that first step, whether it's trying a new cheese or starting a simple exercise routine, you're making a statement. You're choosing to invest in yourself, to keep growing, learning, and enjoying life's pleasures. And those choices add up. Mr. Sharma's story is living proof. What started as a few changes in the kitchen grew into a renewed sense of well-being in every area of his life. He told me something I'll never forget. I never thought I'd feel this good again, not just in my body, but in my heart. He wasn't talking about perfection or a miracle cure. He was talking about waking up with hope, moving through his day with energy, and rediscovering joy in moments both big and small. That's the real power of looking after your health. It opens the door to a richer, more meaningful life, no matter your age. If you're ready to take those small but powerful steps, if you want to feel stronger, more confident, and more connected, know that you're not alone. There's a whole community of men walking this path with you, supported by loved ones, friends, and yes, by caring doctors like myself. Every story, every journey is unique, but the desire for strength, confidence, and intimacy is something we all share. So, as you go about your day, I encourage you to think of the little things you can do, whether it's adding a new cheese to your diet, taking a daily walk, or simply reaching out for support when you need it. You deserve to feel good in your body and proud of the choices you make. And remember, life after 60 is meant to be lived fully, with as much joy and energy as you can muster. Keep those stories and questions coming in the comments. They're not just for me. They're for every man who needs a little encouragement, a bit of guidance, and a reminder that it's never too late to start again. As we come to the heart of this journey, I want to return to the quiet transformation that took place in Mr. Sharma's life. A transformation that's within reach for every man over 60 who's willing to try something new, even if it's as simple as changing what's on your plate. The beauty of his story isn't just that his pelvic strength improved or that his intimacy with his wife became more relaxed. It's that he rediscovered a sense of control and hope. He learned, day by day, that looking after your health isn't about chasing lost youth, but about embracing the present and building a strong, confident future. You might be surprised at how powerful these changes can feel. Mr. Sharma started as someone who thought his best years were behind him, and yet, step by step, his small choices led to big differences. He began to look forward to meals, seeing them not just as a necessity, but as an act of care for himself. His energy grew, his aches lessened, and his confidence returned, not just in the bedroom, but in all those everyday moments that make life worth living. I want you to think for a moment about what your own transformation could look like. Maybe for you, it's standing up from a chair more easily, or feeling a surge of energy on your morning walk. Maybe it's sharing a laugh with your spouse, unburdened by worry, or simply moving through your day with a lighter step and a brighter outlook. That's what happens when you nourish your body, especially with the right foods, like cottage cheese for muscle power, Parmesan for nerve and energy support, and Swiss cheese for bone and muscle resilience. These aren't just foods. They're tools you can use to shape the life you want after 60. It's important to remember, though, that change doesn't happen overnight. As Mr. Sharma would tell you, it takes a little patience and a lot of kindness toward yourself. There may be days when you feel discouraged, when old worries resurface, or when progress seems slow. That's natural. What matters is that you keep moving forward, celebrating the small victories, and trusting that every positive choice is a step toward greater strength and joy. I've seen this not only in Mr. Sharma but in countless men who have walked through my clinic doors. The men who find the most satisfaction aren't the ones who make the biggest, most dramatic changes. They're the ones who stick with it, who add a serving of cheese here, a bit of movement there, who ask for help when they need it, and who believe that it's never too late to feel better. Every single one of them teaches me something new about resilience and hope. That's why, as a men's health specialist for more than 30 years, I'm passionate about sharing these stories and tips with you. I know how challenging it can feel to admit that things aren't what they used to be, and how easy it is to lose sight of your own needs when life gets busy or worries set in. But I also know that small acts of self-care, like choosing nutrient-rich cheeses, staying active, and keeping your spirit curious, can have ripple effects that reach every part of your life. So as you finish watching today, I invite you to make a promise to yourself. Choose one small change this week. Maybe it's adding a scoop of cottage cheese to your breakfast, or enjoying a little Parmesan with your dinner, or treating yourself to a slice of Swiss in the afternoon. Or maybe it's reaching out to a loved one, going for a short walk, or sharing your story in the comments below. Every step counts, and every step is a chance to feel a little bit stronger, a little bit more hopeful, and a lot more alive. If this video has helped you see the possibilities, I hope you'll take a moment to like, subscribe, and tap the bell icon for more practical, caring advice. Direct from me, Dr. Robert Jansen. And as always, leave a yes or no in the comments if this message resonates with you, or if you have your own cheese stories or questions. I read them all, and your feedback truly helps me create videos that matter to you. As we close, I want you to remember Mr. Sharma, not just for the progress he made, but for the courage he showed in taking that first step. His journey is proof that life after 60 can be vibrant, full, and deeply rewarding. You have the power to shape your own story, one small choice at a time. I'm here cheering you on, every step of the way. Stay strong, stay curious, and remember, you're never too old to start feeling better.